A Patriot Peacemaker, a tale from Walloon Lake. This is Chapter 2, Ice and the Old Man. It had been a great winter out on the ice, thought the old man. The ice was a solid 13 inches thick of frozen lake below Niall's feet. He had fished these waters for some 84 years, spring, summer, winter, and fall. Niall's grandfather had pulled the ice sled with the little boy sitting tall out on the ice when he was just 4 years old. Those moments were still fresh in the old man's memory. The wind had come up a little bit since he trudged out in the ice to one of his favorite fishing spots. It was a small cove that had a long rock-type reef which ran out some 100 yards from the point on the west edge of the cove. Niles had filled his bucket with a legal limit of fresh lake perch and one incredible Walloon Lake walleye. The sun was beaming down on this late Tuesday morning as Niles sat on his fishing stool. He leaned back and closed his eyes, letting the sun's warmth shine down on his face. It was not June's sunny warmth showering him with sunlight, although for early March he could feel spring and summer edging out the cold of winter. Time to pack it in and head back to the cabin along the lake shore for some lunch and then his afternoon nap. A good nap was always healthy, as Mother Jenny had told him when he was 5 years old. Niles chuckled thinking of her stories, her beauty, her grace. He was blessed, he thought. The old fisherman stood up and felt the pain in his upper chest. For the last 6 years he'd taken medicine for angina that calmed the pain. He was a healthy old guy who could walk the ass off a mule, he joked, during deer hunting season here in northern Michigan. The angina had started to occur more often lately, giving him more moments of difficulty breathing when they happened. He rubbed his upper chest as if to massage out the pain. Another deep breath, and another. It was getting hard to get air into his lungs as his pain grew and he started sweating. Shit, he thought, is this the... Down on the ice, Niles tumbled, a slow, slouching motion as he laid down on the soft snow from last night. He was down. The pain was so intense it felt like an ice pick was poking inside his chest. "Oh, God," he whispered. "I hope someone finds me before the ice melts." And then the world went dark. The lake had winter residents, how only a few would be out on the ice fishing today, unless someone noticed Niles either to be dead from a heart attack or from hypothermia. His mind was still engaged as he thought about all his friends before him, and his wife Debbie, who had passed away 3 years earlier. Would she be there in heaven to meet him? Christ, would he even get to heaven? What if heaven doesn't exist and you just die? No seeing Debbie or his parents, no pearly gates, no harps playing. Just darkness forever. And that scared him more than anything. He drifted into what he felt was freedom. Is this what it feels like when you die, he thought again. Niles felt the cold chill of the ice begin to transfer from the snow and the ice through his old wool coat. He had a feeling or a thought in his mind as his mind raced, and he could see his soul rising above him, hovering. Damn cold was the feeling. It must be cold in heaven and hot in hell, he smiled, his eyes still closed. And then he felt it, the moist wetness across his face and forehead. Once, now twice, now 3 times. It shook Niles awake. His eyes opened to the sun's glow, and he felt the warmth again. Then more wetness. Niles rolled to his right and saw Dusty, his trusty old black retriever, who in a dog's life was older than Niles, licking his face. Damn dog, he chuckled as Dusty rolled in the snow next to him. The old man was alive. He sat up and then stood brushing the snow off his pants and jacket. Then grabbing the bucket and sled, he trudged back across the ice, following Dusty back to the cabin for a bowl of soup and a nap. Life on the lake was good, he thought. Life was good, and thank goodness for dogs and their companionship.